show just like this, and you watch the performers soaring through the skies from Sunday.
All the way up to her favorite military jet, the mighty A-10 Warthog.
The oldest squadron Marine Corps from 1919, and here goes the Harrier doing his run-ups right now on the runway. You can see him kind of left of show center. He's going to be getting himself set up to do a short takeoff here. One of the capabilities of a vertical thrust aircraft is to be able to take off in very short distances, allowing him to work with minimal runway operations and an expeditionary operation.
All right, it's powered by a 23,000 pound of thrust Rolls-Royce Pegasus airplane. But this history of this aircraft goes back many, many years. We'll tell you about it in just a minute. But on the roll, here's your United States Marine Corps Harrier. Late 1950s and early 1960s, Great Britain's Hawker aircraft worked on developing an aircraft that could take off and land vertically. And I guess they perfected the idea of vectored thrust. Now, Jack, what is vectored thrust?
Vectored thrust is the ability for the aircraft to change itself from conventional normal flight on the wing to a vertical environment. And what it does is, instead of having a normal exhaust in the rear of the aircraft, the AV-8B and any other vector thrust aircraft out there is going to have nozzles. There are going to be two in front of the wing and two behind the wing, and these nozzles can be rotated anywhere from aft of the aircraft to fly normally, or all the way to 82, 90 degrees and up to 100 degrees in front, and allowing you the capabilities to back up while in flight or to just hover and do vertical operations.
That's incredible. Two exhaust nozzles, by changing the way they point, enables it to change from basically from an airplane into what we would consider to be a helicopter, but amazing capability. Plus, it's got those nozzles. Now, the exhaust nozzles will be able to actually see behind the wings, but it's got two others.
Yes, the exhaust nozzles you'll see behind the wings, we call those the hot nozzles. The cold ones up front are going to be working some of the bleed air out of the engine itself. Now, in conjunction with those nozzles, it's going to use all of the vector thrust and the bleed air coming off the engine to allow itself to maneuver in the vertical environment while still maintaining safe flight.
Now, I would imagine, Jack, that you've been flying it for how long now?
About 3 years.
3 years. I would imagine that trying to make an AV-8B Harrier stand still is not unlike flying a helicopter, like standing on a beach ball and rubbing your hat and patting your tummy all at the same time. Is it difficult to do?
It is relatively difficult. That is the first thing you'll be trained to, is we get into our replacement squadron, start learning on the Harrier. The first large portion of the syllabus is just to learn how to take an aircraft from wing-borne flight and put it into vertical flight. It is completely contrary to normal flight operation.
All right, Jill Long is coming by in the Ragged Edge. When she comes by, give her a wave, everybody. That's that little Pitts biplane flown so capably by Lieutenant Colonel Jill Rags Long. Way to go, lady. We got some rain still coming in, but she'll taxi in. Now, coming from the left, take a look at the Harrier. Now, what's going to happen right now, Jack?
Well, what's probably going to happen right now is as he's coming in, he's deselling his aircraft, which means he's using that vector thrust and nozzle to slow himself down into the vertical environment. As he does this, he's going to allow himself to maneuver left to right, back and forth, in addition to his normal operations, just to slow himself down.
Now, it also has a rather unique landing gear on it, and it's known as a bicycle landing gear, right?
Yeah.
All right, we've just received some word that because of the weather at this point, he probably will not be doing his full show. So we've got a little bit of a tap dancing to do now as some of this weather comes in.
Yeah, for right now, what he's going to be doing is, depending on what this weather looks like, he'll be maneuvering himself in the landing pattern environment to make sure he comes back into a safe lane. It's just going to be coordinated between him and the air boss, getting everybody back here safely.
Okay, guys, type 1, tell you what, you've got the Harrier on your nose to the bow, feet on your nose to the bow. Yep, we are watching them, so, okay, that's right, you position yourself.
All right, we'll going to get in contact here with the air boss and see what we can find out. Rockets. And they would fly low and slow over the targets. They would spot the targets. They would take these Willie Pete's, so these white phosphorus rockets, and they would shoot those rockets, mark the targets, and then the fast-moving jets could be called in by radio to hit those targets. Now, as we see the Harrier, I want you to keep your eyes on it, ladies and gentlemen. You will also then see something different pole. If you look carefully, we see all the gears down on the AV-8B Harrier 2. Captain Ryan Putty Howe and Captain Jack Nash, who was here with me just a little bit ago, were discussing an issue that they had with the nose gear, and they were having trouble getting it down. Jack Ash got on the horn with Putty, went through all the emergency procedures, and right now we should be seeing this AV-8B getting ready to touch down. The equipment has been rolled just in case the nose gear gives him a problem. Look at the moisture being stirred up. He's going to set down on the concrete over there on the far side of the field, and we're hoping to see a safe touchdown. He's down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got it sorted out. That was the issue that we were concerned with here, is that we wanted to make sure that that nose gear extended and locked correctly. And he's going to set her down and bring her in, and we're going to be holding the show for just a couple of minutes.
Come on, 121.8, 121.8.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the lost parents of Mimi Loberg. Mimi is at the Lost Child Center next to show control on the back of the show and the ramp area close to the hangars. With the parents and family of Mimi Loberg, please report to the Lost